Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we now have keynote presentation two. And to make this presentation, we have a person who has a degree in architecture and an MBA in project management. He has over 3 decades experience with global and Indian mega brands, Bovis Lend-Lease, Tata AIG, Shoppers Stop, and of course he's got commercial spaces, department stores, residential properties, and pharma factory projects under his belt. For his well-documented achievements in the field of retail design, eco-friendly initiatives, and sustainability solutions, he has received several awards and accolades, including Council of Fair Business Practices Award 2015, Best Retail Design Department Stores by BMRD, Golden Peacock Eco Innovation Award 2014, International Best Practices Award at Singapore 2013, Best Green Efficiencies Award at the World CSR Congress in 2013, and much, much more. He's a regular and much sought after speaker at several international and national conferences. Ladies and gentlemen, please warmly welcome Director Projects Ravens, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sudhir Soundalgekar.
Good afternoon, students, and good afternoon to all the dignitaries who were present next to me. And it was really great to know so many things and so many initiatives, so many works that everyone is doing over here. I was also surprised to know that Sophia Polytechnic, along with the Sophia Art and School, who itself is, I think, doing massive work on the sustainability, including the solar power which you already have with you. I think many initiatives you have taken on your own. That is a proud moment, definitely, for all of you that you are already sustainable. That's a great moment. It's, apart from the whatever works we are doing in the industry, at the college level to take so many initiatives to get the approach, I understand it takes too much of it's effort and it is very tough to do the things like that. So it's really, really heartening to know about all the initiatives whatever are taken here. Especially when I have seen Ms. Verghese, who has dedicated her entire life over here. She was a student here, right? Yeah. So right from a student and from Arts and Science College, now it's over here. So if you look at the career, her career it itself is a sustainable journey for her, isn't it? So whatever lasts long is a sustainable. It's very simple definition. Whatever is long lasting, even if you are sitting right now, I think if you are sitting till evening, you are sustainable people, isn't it? You have patience. What needs to be sustainable is definitely a patience, a lot of attention, a lot of remembering the things, whatever the works people are doing. I think it's all about that. I will start with something different, and I will not bore you, sure, about something which people in industry talk about sustainability, like there are melting glaciers, there are deforestation, there are heats, temperatures are rising. No, no, nothing like that. Don't worry about that. I will give you something different as in knowledge. I assure you, within the three initiatives which we are doing in the Raymond also, and on the generic note, I think which are the works which you have displayed outside. I think those are the similar journey which I will try to talk about, and what we are doing in the Raymond also, I will try to show it to you. Can I have presentation, please? Yeah. So as the topic says, is leading sustainability through collaboration and co-creation. I think what has happened, I don't have a remote in hand, so I have to tell him every time. So please be patient. It's irritating for me, but it's okay. You have to be patient for that. Okay? Can I take the next slide? Yeah. As a ecological footprint explorer, is like the explorer what you use for internet explorer. There is something called ecological footprint explorer. What happens here? On a supply side, thanks to our Mother Earth, who is giving mountains, oceans, rivers, grassland, grazeland, and forests. Too many things are there. And on the other side, there's a demand. It is from our side. There's a footprint. And what happens here? We always consume plant-based food or a fish, or there is wood which we use for the furniture. There are industries who are polluting carbon dioxide. Ideally, the balance has to be there, like this, or a balance has to be in the center. But what happens, unfortunately, it gets skewed over the right side, and then the balance totally collapses. I think we'll go to this slide. The Global Footprint Network is an organization who are doing a lot of research on this, and they have named this phenomena as a Earth Overshoot Day. Now, this Earth Overshoot Day is calculated per year, and what they say, it's the planet's biocapacity divided by humanity's ecological footprint. This day is nothing like Earth Day or a Ocean Day or a Water Day or a Power Day or nothing like that. Which are the fixed dates, which you also know, environment and everything, yeah. But this day, it keeps on moving every year. In 1970, when if you see that the entire one Earth, whole the Earth raw material was exactly consumed as per the demand and supply. That was in 1970. What has happened this year, if you see, in 29 July, just 2 months back, on 2019, one Earth worth raw material is already consumed. So that was the work overshoot. We already consumed whatever was given by us by planet Earth. Already consumed. And what we need till December 31st is now 1.75 Earth. Can you believe? This is the thing which is happening. So the Earth Day, overshoot day, is if it was on 29 July this year, maybe it can go in June, maybe in May. It's totally dangerous. What is required by us is to pull it on the other side. It can be in August, maybe in September, October, and then finally December. As Ms. Murgay also said, by 2050, if you have to do so many work, let us not wait till 2050. You have to try to start the work on that right now. And then only this they can move. And then maybe in 1970 whatever has happened, it can happen in 2050 also. That will be a golden year for us. I think go next. So what is sustainability? I think it's not always to do with the solar power, wind power, nothing like that. If you know, there are three divisions, like one is the environmental, one is the social, and one is economical. When we talk about the environment, which is the prime focus, which we are also talking right now, I think the work is immense to do on all the initiatives, not only as I repeat solar power or wind power, but to do with what we are wearing. As Kumar Rajgopal already mentioned you, it's a polluting industry after the oil. And yes, there is a lot of work. It's not only to do with the materials, but the traditions which we are going to follow here. Yeah, go to next. How to do that now? Many people have ideas. Many people do innovations in the world, but many people don't get the ideas also. So we are always having a question in our mind. What is that we have to do? Because many people, yes, we have to do a lot, but what exactly? I thought about something different on the poetry part of it when I talk about the fashion here. Anybody is a poet here? Writing poetries? Yeah? No? Nobody write poetry here? There must be somebody, right? Or at least you know poetry. What is the poetry? You heard poetry? What do you get feel? What is the feeling when you hear the poet? It's something, it's exploration. It's something which is imagination which is there. There are words, there are feelings, isn't it? There's too many things in that. It's a creative art, I will term it as a poetry. So when so many things happens with a poet or anybody who is listening to that, you're trying to imagine, oh, this also happens, this is possible. So it's like a poetry which is running in your mind that gives the idea for us to innovate. If you really relate all these topics which I just told you in the poetry, what happens? All the points which are there, exactly if you put it into your problem solving, definitely there will be an innovation. And I promise means if you work really upon that, which we are working right now, as I will explain it later, it's a sustainable innovation definitely. There is no change in that. So it's a relation to poetry for the purpose which we are working and for the people who are working. So if you synchronize everything, I think the innovation has to happen. I think you have heard of the 3D printing. Yes? What are the things possible? Everything is possible, including the accessories which Raymond are making. Raymond is making, if I'm wearing this brooch right now. This is made of the 3D printing. There are tie pins, there are many accessories like all these things are made of the 3D printing within Raymond right now. Maybe tomorrow, whatever I'm wearing, that also can be 3D printed. Yeah, that's the power of the 3D printing, which is happened due to the innovation only. The second part, which I will just touch upon, is a circular solution. Have anybody heard about the circular solutions? Circularity? Okay. Whatever we are producing right now as a garment, it goes somewhere and it just goes somewhere. Okay, take, make and waste. It goes in the garment. How can it come back to somebody and it goes into circulation for again the fashion? That's the thought over here. Okay, that's called a circular innovations which are there. I'll talk about it in detail sure. And third part is the rediscovery of the traditional arts, which are already displayed here. And Ms. Ruma Devi is also doing in a lot of work in this actually. Next slide, please. I'll give you some inspirations which are happening in the world, though not in the fashion, but these three companies, what they've done. Interface is a company in the carpet manufacturing. In around 30 years back, they were really going in losses. So what to do about this now? Already we have manufactured so many carpets, we are already in losses, nobody is buying it. So what they did, they closed down the manufacturing units. They caught all the carpets which are there in the world, spread in the world, and they remanufactured a new carpet out. Because of just doing this, a circular model, what has happened, their price of the share market has gone by 550%. Their employment has doubled and the profits are also doubled. Just by collecting the old things and doing the new carpets. The other company, which is a Walmart, everyone knows, in the packaging, whatever the goods come to your house, just by taking back those packaging in the system, they have saved so much of money. If you see, it's a quite a big money, $3.2 billion they have saved already. So it's not that somebody has purchased the packaging and it's gone in the West. Because I remember even we have some problems with that. We buy the material, it goes in our store. At the store level, what happens? We open the boxes, we open the shirts, and the package goes somewhere in the scrap. That's not done actually. So the Walmart has taken the initiative. We are now starting the new initiative, not like Walmart, but we are trying to do the packaging on the rental model. So we'll not buy something, but we'll be putting on the rental. So if I'm taking the packaging, somebody else also can do. That's the initiative which we're putting nowadays. Third thing is about the Caterpillar company, which is a construction equipment company. They also had a huge problem like losses and others. They also stopped manufacturing many things. They called back their old equipments, re-engineered those equipments, and again manufactured new equipment. What happens in all these things? When you talk about the circularity, imagine a simple example. There is a dam called Vaitarana Tansa, you know, from where you get water here. Yeah, you know how many kilometers? Hundreds of kilometers there. The energy, the cost, and the labor which is required to get the water in your house is tremendous actually, isn't it? So what happens if somebody really creates, now Mumbai is unfortunately totally saturated with the buildings. So many people, let's say in Thane we are trying to do this example, we are trying to create a lake within and then try to become sustainable for the water. So we may become water positive after maybe 2025. That's the targets which we have. Like that, these are circularity examples which are there in the n number of companies. In fashion also, Hugo Boss has done, Nike is doing their shoes if you remember. They are also doing this sustainability in the circular fashion. Yeah, next please. Then what is to explore? Whenever you will go out as a student in the career, there are many things which you will come across. Not only the things which soft is doing, the many things practical knowledge when you come across, there will be challenges with you. So what are the things possible? Let's say some merchandise which may not need water only, yeah, maybe less water. Some merchandise may not need dry cleaning or they may not need ironing. Those merchandise can be are required to be made. The design to recycle is about the circularity. So products of today will become raw materials of tomorrow. It's like that. That's the circularity which I just talked about to you. And the final is the third is the rental business model. I think the Navratri season is up here right now, and everybody will be buying all the chanya cholis and whatnot, right? So there is a new purchase. Like every, I think Sofa is full of the girls students over here. Many girls buys and buys and buy every Navratri. I have to have something new. There are rental modules which are available. Maybe I don't know about the South Mumbai or here. In North Mumbai, where I stay in Borivali, there are many businesses like this. They are on the rental modules. So apart from that, rental modules means in the other countries also, let's say Rent Runaway or the HU, they are already doing massive amount of business just through the rental modules. You remember earlier days, I don't know how many people really know, there are Rafu Walas. Do you know Rafu? I don't know how many Rafu makers are there today. Even those Kabaddi Walas, those are the original recyclers. Right now, those are very less in numbers. Otherwise, I remember during our days also, it used to be a totally original recycling. Whatever they take, it's like a give and take barter system. It was like that. Go to next slide. There are tools which you will definitely come across. I don't know whether you've heard about these two tools. One is the Higg Index. The Higg Index actually talks about circularity and sorry, not circularity. It's about the new products, whatever you make, about the brand, about the manufacturing processes, whatever happens within the industry. If I'm making one shirt, what process it goes, how many processes it goes, and what are the each step level, the index on the sustainability which creates the environmental harm is detected over here. So entire help is given by the Higg company. There is a sustainable apparel coalition which is there, and they help all the retailers to do the sustainable path to manufacture to promote the brand and to other people as well. Other part which is a circular ID. This is something new which is coming in the, it's a global ID system and it's a digital. If I want to know what is the brand of my shirt which I am wearing today, okay, there will be a circular ID given, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or whatever. When you scan it, it will show you, yeah, this is a t-shirt. This is made of diamond. This can be recycled over here. This will be the resale cost and where you can give it. All the information will be there in this circular ID. So you don't know, or you know, if you are not want to wear this after 4 5 years, where you can give it. That's the recycle. So what happens? Everything goes into circular model, and that will be reused and reused by somebody, or it can be some different product also out of it. Yeah. Good. Next. Disruptive innovation, which is something different. If you are aware, certain jackets which are made by the North Face company in 1970, everything was polyester, nylon body, polyester body, everything was there. And in 2019, what they're doing now, if you see the recycled polyester, recycled woven polyester which are there, and again recycled woven lining. So whatever was made in nylon or polyester, now everything is recycled. This jacket was made like this, and now it is made with entire recycled. Everything is recycled. That's a big initiative the North Face company has taken. Actually. Yeah. Go to next. When I talk about, let's say, people purpose or poetry, I think I'll just show you a few examples what is happening. Nicolette Malay is a firm which is the lady which there. They have created a company called Direx. The vibrant yellows, hues and shades which you can see right now, they're made of the turmeric pills. And even the tops and other things, they're made of the pineapple leaves. In Raymond, we have replicated some mirror model. Some of our fabrics are actually made of pineapple leaves or the banana leaves, which are totally natural. Everything is natural. There's a new product is launched just now. I will just tell you. So last month we launched this product. It will be in market after 6 months. Then second thing, yep, go ahead. Julia Carter, what she's done is the Atlas of Sustainable Colors. I think many people may be aware of this also. The colors are totally from vegetable or the bacteria or the shades which are there or from the plants only. Nothing is synthetic over here. All the color shades are purely made from the natural colors actually. Next. The Sennheiser, he is a person actually what they have done with a human hair, they have created a fishing net. Because our hairs are so strong actually and they go in the nest. So how to put in the system? So they all these things which they innovated out of the human hair and they created a really threads which are tough, absolutely tough. That is put in the system. Next. Westware is another company, recycling of post-consumer plastic. Today we have the PET bottles, you know, it can be recycled. Another thing, instead of recycling, it can be crashed, it can be made into powder. It can go to companies like Reliance. They make a fabric yarn out of it, and the fabric happens. The same initiative is over here, and I'm proud to say the Raymond also have taken an initiative. The EcoVera, which is a product which is floated now, is purely like this. It's totally recycled or made from the PET bottles only. Yeah. Next please. So opportunity where it lies. I will just show you one of the materials. There are n number of materials which can be there. Organic cotton. With this benefits, like it reduces the environmental footprint because no chemicals. It will promote a safe work and better livelihood because again there is no chemical. So it is a safe livelihood which is there. It's a model for the future. It depends on 80% of the rain only. So actually, with the water which you try to cultivate this, it may not happen, but it depends on totally rain. So it's a natural again. Food system impact has because the cotton which is produced, all the seeds and everything, they are put into oil which is required for the food actually. And fair price sustainability, that's the advantage for you. And as a brand, you can also flaunt, yes, we have built it. Next, please. So sustainability again, it's nothing to do with only all these items. Let's say construction or agriculture, pollution, environment, but it's to do with the traditions. Next, please. This I think you have already displayed, which I was really proud to see when roaming around here. And I think people have just talked about even this was talking about. And in your soft Pune, also you're doing a lot of work. I just see the photographs with Mr. Mundekar, which were showing on the mobile. These things you have already taken there, so it's happening. And the way the fashions are evolving, let's say, I will tell you, one of the product which we have called ethnic wear. In ethnic wear, whatever you will see, henceforward, actually, the Warli is from Gujarat, the Madhubari is from the Bihar, which is there, or the Patachitra from Odisha, all the far painting, wheel painting. All these things are being taken in the industry. It's not at a college level. And it's not that, okay, certain pockets will be there. It will be grown in a big way. Definitely it's grown, and that is the tradition which of the sustainability. It will have a co-creation definitely within the people. Naturally, when you employ the people from the rural areas, there is a big collaboration which city and the rural people are doing. Next, please. I think Madam is already here, Ruma Devi, so she will talk more than me. I should not be talking about it because the works which whatever she is doing on the embroidery and the patchwork, which is very important. Other than that, there is the our company in Udaipur. They are also using the mud blocks which are there, and then they are printing on the garments. They are making the shoes. They are making the purses out of it. Next, please. I don't know how many people heard about this. Do you know this? Ayurveda? Yeah? Some people may have heard of it. This is nothing but a medicinal garment. It has a medical properties. Let it be a neem or a hibiscus flowers or a amla or there is a turmeric, there is a lemon there. So all these juices are extracted and the dyes are made of that. The base material, which is a cotton or a silk or a jute or a coir, it remains same as a natural material, and the dyes are also made of this. And there are definitely strengths, weaknesses, opportunities about this actually, because strengths definitely they are a medicine. Opportunities may not be of a regular fashion, maybe what they are trying to say, okay, it's a medicine. When you're sleeping, you will have a different feeling. In the morning, when you do yoga, it's a different feeling. So all these things are happening due to all these medicinal properties of the garment. Yeah, next please. And Khadi, which is done by Raymond, Khadi, you know definitely the Khadi Brahmadi Udyog is very big. We have tied up with them, and even when I heard from Mr. Soundalgekar, they are also doing a lot of work with the Khadi people. In fact, we are doing the block prints here. In Khadi also, we are doing the some on the white. If you see on the right hand side, the product is made up of hemp. That is also natural material which is there. And then there is a indigo color. What you see is a Japanese tradition which is like a tie, like bandhani which you have. It's similar to that. So that we are trying to do in the Khadi now. Uh, I think 70% of women workforce is only working on this. If I'm not wrong, it's 4.5 lakhs of people who are working. Out of that, 70% are only women in this. So it's proud to see, the works which are done by the Khadi department, either by us or in the government of India. Yeah. So what I will show you something. I don't know how many people have seen the movie called Suvidhaga. Yeah, I'll show if you don't mind a clip for a 1 minute because it is it was a remote initiative also. If you see some dialogues were there in that, and it was based on all the collaboration which happens at the rural level, creation definitely, all the creativity which was there, and it was taken seriously by Raymond and everything. What is happening? I'm trying to do different. I'm not a fashion person, as I'm telling you. I'm an architect by profession. I'm doing whatever the stores. If you're going, if you're buying anything for your dad or your brother or anything, all the stores are done by my team. The topic which I'm talking about, sustainability, which I'm driving in the company, is on an environmental or a social or economic front. So I'll just show you one clip which has helped many people to approach Raymond to do their initiatives. Can I have a clip, please? So that made many people get inspired and approach to retailers. I'm just saying about my company, definitely we are always selfish. But many people are approaching from villages to retailers. That's a very good sign. And definitely, whatever the topic which we are talking about, the leadership, which will happen by default. If every retailer takes such initiatives, I'm assuring that Kumar has already told you about what he can do in the Retail Association of India. Even I can tell you that we have students from Sophia Polytechnic who are working either on visual merchandising or other things. There are many possibilities definitely are there which we are exploring, and I look forward the students of the past who are appearing maybe in the final year now, or they are going for the graduation. Maybe somebody will go for graduation outside. There are companies, the institutes like this Fashion for Good in Amsterdam. There are many companies in Italy also. Some people may go there. Some people we can come to invite them into Raymond also. And all the best to you. Do very well for the sustainability. Thanks a lot.